Okay, very quickly, just letting you guys know, it cut out because it said my video storage was full, and I just deleted a bunch of old videos, and it was very synchronistic for me to do that because it's just, you know, paving a way for the new future, and just making space, you know, for, you know, the videos I'm going to be doing and the messages that I'm going to be sharing. So it's a good sign, it's a good thing. And so hopefully it doesn't kick me out because I had to do a couple things to clear this space, so hopefully it doesn't cut out again. But anyways, so post state park, post going to into nature and heading back home, we end up seeing, I'm just gonna start at the beginning. So we end up seeing a white orb that is on the right side of us, and it's a field, it's an open field, and we know it's not a star, it's bright, it's, you know, it's a bright day, and there's a helicopter that we see on the right side for like reference, and we know that it is not in the stars, it is in the sky, and it's probably about like a mile and mile and a half, less than a mile and a half up, and we see this orb, and so we pass some trees and then it disappears, we don't see it anymore. And so I kind of want to basically kind of like quickly overview my first one of my first experiences with UFOs. I'm going to tag basically my experience that I had in this Discord, and it was basically the same thing that I saw like my first time experiencing that. And so I'm just going to be talking about what we saw that day. So we see this bright orb on the right side of the road, and we're in the country, and we don't see it anymore, and we head farther down and we see another one farther down to the right, way farther down. We can't really keep track of it too much, and so we're just trying to pay attention. I'm driving, and I'm like trying to like glance and like look at the road and just like see where it is. And so I'm excited at this point. And so shortly after seeing that second one, mind you, we're driving down this clear, there's no clouds in the sky. It was very, very clear day. There's no helicopters or anything like right above us. Like I can see everything in the sky in front of me. And so I'm driving, I don't see anything there, and I was kind of paying attention to the one on the second one on the right, and I'm driving, and it's a straight road. And all of a sudden I look up again and I see one literally like the closest, like not even like a mile away from us, not even like a mile up, probably like 800 feet up, and it's there, and we know it's there, and we see it. Both of us see it. Both of us have been seeing all of these, and so we look at this one. It's just right there, and we just keep staring at it and staring at it. It's not moving, it's not doing nothing, and then all of a sudden it just disappears out of nowhere. And I wasn't able to see the last kind of like disappearing, but my girlfriend in the passenger seat saw, like when it disappeared, it kind of went zip zip, like I don't know how to describe it. It just went like zip zip, and we end up seeing another one along the way. We ended up probably about seeing 4 of the same type of nature. And so as we're heading back down, we're going into the back roads, the country roads, and we see another light that is just staying there, and we see it off in the distance, and we're like, okay, let's drive straight, let's try to follow this thing. And so we're seeing it, and it's just staying still, and then as we get closer, then it starts to have blinking lights. Then it starts to have lights kind of like acting as if it's a plane. And I can confirm, like, some of my, like, there's experiences that I have seen where basically that same thing happened. My mom and my sister saw one like that, where it was basically like it came in fast and then it just stayed. And then it was this bright orb, and then as soon as it came close to us, it started like having like blinking lights. And so this is where like the ability of discernment comes in, because you have to work within the spirit. You have to, be able to kind of like pick the context clues of the energy and the synchronicity of the moment to be able to fully grasp which ones are real and which ones are not. And, just have a light heart about it. Like if they're real, they're real. If they're not, they're not. Continue to have a positive outlook whenever you see these things in the sky, because we continuously generate what we are expecting and what we vibrate as. So even the whole drone situation, like I'm not scared about it at all. Every time I see something in the sky, even if it looks like a drone, I'm like, this is giving me a sign to just be able to be appreciative, like something new is coming, you know, and continue to be in that positive state of mind, continue to pray, continue to ask for the positive beings to protect you, and everything will be fine, you know. Be not afraid is mentioned in the Bible 365 times. Think about that, you know. Be not afraid. Continuously don't be afraid of your circumstances, of anything, you know. You are meant to be so much more than what the world is perceiving you as what you perceive you as. And so I think that's part of the message, is that we are so much more, and we are awakening to our full potential of so much more. And so we saw that one that acted like a plane. We even pulled over, and it literally like went around for us, and it kind of circled around in like a little field, and I didn't hear no noise or anything. It was right above us. It was not like a helicopter noise or anything. And sure, like to the public, people have a choice to believe this or not, you know. Use your own discernment, use your own ability to discern, especially when it happens to yourself. But these are the examples that led up to at least the ones with the blinking lights, you know. In the beginning, we definitely saw those orbs. We definitely saw those along the way. And then at nighttime, they kind of changed and shifted into something else, so that, you know, obviously they're in the sky. They need to disguise themselves because people aren't ready for certain situations. But if you pay attention to them, if you have some discernment, if you can work within the synchronicity, you're able to identify these things. And I just encourage, whenever this does happen, whenever you do experience like a UFO experience, learn to, like, you need to practice to learn to meditate. You need to practice to learn how to be aware. You need to practice synchronicity and learning how the ins and outs of kind of how that works, how you're generating your reality, how you're manifesting your reality. And when you practice these things, when you work with it to a point where you feel fulfilled, and where you are at your utmost happiness and you have found your peace, that is when they will pop up. That is when they will show up. That's basically the message of us meditating and connecting and aligning and doing all of these things prior to experiencing the UFO experience. So this is a demonstration of what it's going to be like. This is a demonstration of what is necessary in order for you to experience the UFO experience. So I am extremely excited. I'm extremely grateful to be able to not only connect with them in spirit and to have this type of confirmation shortly after being able to experience them. And so that just pushes me to be able to spread the information, at least what is true from my own heart and what is true from my own synchronicity, and to be able to just spread the message that something's happening, something's coming up, you know, but continue to be of positivity, love, and light. So I'm just excited to be able to spread this message in a positive, reinforcing way. And so I just encourage you guys to continue to meditate, continue to know yourself, continue to know the world around you and how you are connected, continue to find your highest timeline that you ultimately want to perceive. I'm sure you want to experience heaven on earth at some point. Some people won't, some people don't. You know, a lot of people are going to be led down their own paths. And I just encourage each individual to find that path that leads to the heaven on earth, because that is who you truly are. That is the essence of your entire spirit, not just the aspects of your spirit that you see your ego going into one way direction, you know, branching off into free will. Learn how to center, learn how to realize, just learn how to be aware. And so I'm happy to do like guided meditations. I'm happy to, you know, help facilitate some of these aspects of the nature of reality. I'm also happy to direct you guys into places where I have learned my information from, and they can help teach you in a lot better way than I can. And so I'm just looking forward to that nature of spirit that is just emerging, just continuously like emerging and continuously like working, you know, in spirit and also the physical reality as well. So I'm very, very excited for the future. Thank you guys for listening. Peace.